Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel KTM Booster. Today we are going to discuss about the next part of time, speed and distance, in which the relative speed is very much important. While we are having moving objects with having some speed s, kilometer per hour or meter per second, at that time this relative speed concept is to be considered. Now in that we have case first. In that relative speed we have case first, that is if both objects are moving in same direction. If in same direction, suppose this is a man, it is traveling with s1 kilometer per hour, and here is another man who is again traveling with s2 kilometer per hour. Then what is the relative speed of these two? That is, the relative speed will be what? s1 minus s2. This is what the relative speed for case first. Now we will see case 2, that is if both the objects are moving in opposite direction. Suppose let's take an example of train. This is what the train which is moving in this direction with s1 kilometer per hour, and this is what the another train which is moving in opposite to the first train with the speed of s2 kilometer per hour. Right? This is what train 1, this is what train 2. Now the relative speed, that is SR, is equal to S1 plus S2 kilometer per hour. This is what the relative speed for case 2, which is traveling in opposite direction. Now we will see the application of time, speed and distance. Now in various competitive examinations, the problems on trains are asked, right? Now the problems on trains, we will see the concept behind the solving problems on trains. Trains are related to the formula, that is distance is equal to speed into time, isn't it? Now when the train is crossing a moving object, the speed has to be taken as relative speed. If a train is crossing a moving object at that time with train with what? Moving object, at that time relative speed is to be considered. And number 2 criteria, that is when train is crossing with a moving object, when a train is crossing with a moving object having same length, isn't it? If train is with object having length. Now if we see that the train distance covered is equal to the length of train plus length of object. These are what? 2 criteria is to be considered for the problems on trains. Now we will see 4 important cases for solving the problems on train. Case first, if a train crossing a pole, isn't it? Now suppose This one is what? The pole. This is what? The pole. Isn't it? Now, if a train is crossing a stationary pole, then it is not having length in this direction. Then the time is equal to length of train divided by speed of train. Now case 2. Train crossing with a stationary object, let's say platform, for example, right? Now the time taken will be the length of train plus the length of this platform, divided by what? The speed of train. This is what the formula to calculate time. Now case 3. When train is crossing a moving object without length. Suppose this is what the train, right? Moving with the speed of s km/h, and if a man is there who is again running with the speed of what? s2 km/h, then the time taken is calculated as time is equal to length of train. This is what? The length of train, L, divided by relative speed between train and man. Isn't it? By using this formula, we can calculate the time required to cross a moving object, or the moving man or the running man is given as time is equal to length of train upon relative speed between train and man. Now case 4. When train is crossing a moving object with length. Suppose we have two trains. This is our first train with s1 km/h, and this is what? The second train who is running at s2 km/h. Then suppose they are in opposite direction first, then the time is calculated as time is equal to length of train, okay, length of train 1 plus length of train 2, okay, divided by speed of train 1, isn't it, and speed of train. Suppose this is having length L2, and if suppose this train is having length L1, which is traveling in s1 km/h and s2 km/h, s1 and s2. If opposite directions are there, it is going in right hand side and it is going in left hand side, isn't it? Then the time is calculated as by using this formula, that is LT1 plus LT2 upon S1 plus S2. If they are moving in same direction, then the time will be what? Length of train 1 plus length of train 2 divided by what? S1 minus S2. This will be the formula to calculate what? The time required to cross each other. Now example number 1. A train is crossing a pole in 15 seconds. Time is given, that is 15 seconds. If a length of the train is 300 meter, means what? The length is given, that is 300 meter. Find the speed. We have to calculate the speed. What is speed? Speed is equal to what? Distance upon time. What is distance here? The length. Length upon time is equal to 300 divided by 15. 15 to the and 0. That is, speed is equal to 20 meter per second. Example number 2. Two trains having length 120 meter and 80 meter are running on parallel lines in opposite direction. Means what? Relative speed will be S1 plus S2. What is relative speed? That is S1 plus S2. Isn't it? That is 35 km per hour and 55 km per hour. In what time they will pass each other? Means the speed they have given in kilometer per hour, we have to convert it into meter per second. So SR is equal to what? 35 plus 55, that is 90 kilometer per hour. Now this SR is equal to 90 into 5 by 18. 18 5 is a 90, that is 25 meter per second. This is what we get, the relative speed. Now the time. What is the formula for time? Time is equal to distance upon speed. What is the distance? Length of first train is 120 and the length of second train is what? 80. Here is given 80 and 120. Your speed. They are running in what? Opposite direction. So we have to consider the relative speed. What is the relative speed? In meter per second, that is 25. So 120 plus 80, that is 200. So 200 upon 25. Okay. So your answer will be what? That is 8 seconds. That is 8 seconds will be required to pass each other. Okay. If you like this concept, please subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.